Okay, so just to quickly go over the trade that I am currently in, the US30 trade, let's start here. So the dollar index continued pushing like from the previous video, but we're not currently pushing up to that buy side, and I think that's because we have this imbalance here. So we're probably just gonna come back and rebalance that before we continue pushing higher, coming for this low resistance. So coming into the New York session, the New York Open, I was looking for trades towards the midnight open because I don't have like actual strong level of liquidity that I'm expecting price to go to like equal lows or something like that. So we have this 4 hour fair value gap. We have that 4 hour fair value gap, and then I was expecting to see some inverse or something. So I was looking at this 5 minute inverse here and waiting for another inversion on the 1 minute. As you guys know, I always use that as my confirmation entry, right? So as we came into this 5 minute inverse, there was a lot of back and forth. There was not really any displacement. So I waited. We traded higher into that 4 hour fair value gap again. And then when we finally started displacing lower, we didn't come back. We didn't retrace back into this. We didn't retrace back into the inversion here on the 1 minute. So I missed this trade, but I got an entry here on US30 where it's kind of the same analysis, but here we have a 4 hour order block. So we have this part here that traded into this daily wick, but it only rejected off of the 0.25 area. So that shows that we're strongly bearish we're expecting to see bearish prices on the Dow. So today when we traded back into this 4 hour order block and we rejected from this consequent encroachment, I was monitoring to see if I can get an inverse or something. And then I saw here we had an SMT. Now remember, with higher time frame point of interest, whether it's a fair value gap or an order block, we always expect an SMT. We can't just trade off of an inversion from a 4 hour fair value gap and expect it to hold, right? So whenever you have an SMT and then an inverse or an order block like this, that's a sign that you can take the entry. So we had a nice strong closure below, and then as soon as we pulled back in there, I took my trade. And then I'm gonna take partials as soon as we get to this low, and then I wanna hold for the midnight open. As you can see here, Nasdaq took that midnight open. So yeah, now it can do whatever. I still wanna see if we can get lower prices, but the dollar index is not pushing high. If the dollar index was strongly bullish, then I would still expect sells here. But yeah, I missed this trade. I wanna see if we can take these lows and then potentially come for these. And yeah, the US30 trade, I'm gonna trail my stop above this high. I'm gonna trail my stop above that high. But yeah, I'm still expecting to see us come for this midnight open. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we also have London lows here. And then we'll see if we're gonna continue selling to this previous low here. Because this is clear bearish structure. We have a high low high from that. We have a nice rejection here, so I'm not expecting us to trade up to this. So I wanna see a lower low. I wanna just trade below this. I don't think I'm gonna hold to that though. I'm just gonna trail my stop and then take my profits at this midnight open. So let's see the rest of the trade, how it goes. If you also take a look at this low from the 15 minutes, you see that this is a level of liquidity. I'm not expecting a reversal from this. I want to see a run through that, fill these imbalances here. But yeah, my stop is above this high. So I'm seeing here that the Nasdaq took out this low and ES hasn't taken out that low. So this might be a bullish SMT. But let's see how this plays out. I'm still keeping my stop here. And this is kind of like generating more sell side. So let's see how this plays out. Damn. Mm, mm, mm. I love to see this, man. Mm, mm. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Let's keep pushing, eh? I want to see this come for the previous day low. So I just closed my position and we ended with a 6 hour trade right there. So there's a possibility we might get a reversal because looking at Nasdaq and US30, and the S&P. So Nasdaq already took that midnight open, and then the S&P just took it now, and it's look how it just rejected from that. So there's a possibility we might get a rejection or a lot of choppy price action, and I'm not ready to hold that. So that's gonna be it for the day. At 6 hour trade, zero drawdown. So yeah, this is gonna be it for this video. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, join the family. If you wanna learn how I trade, DM me on Instagram and we'll get to it.